Hey everybody, thanks for watching. When I saw that video of the way they disrespected the mayor of Chicago by calling her ballheaded, talking back to people because they have no respect for authority or themselves, hearing about all the shootings, the killings, the parties, and that video with them disrespecting the mayor like that, calling her bald-headed, just, topped it off. It topped it off, and it's sickening. I mean, it makes me nauseous to see that. Now, here's a problem with the community. Here's a problem with the community. Well, that's not even a community. That's not even a community. That's the hood. That's the hood. Okay? What you're seeing is not characteristic of a community. Okay, so let's use the proper language. Okay? The problem with black folks for decades has been the fact that we've been getting our asses kicked for centuries, right? We've been getting our asses kicked for centuries, but for decades, we failed generation after generation because we've been trying to save everyone. We've been trying to save every black person. What do I mean by that? We've been trying to save every black person, and what happens is this. When you see that mess, these videos, people out there clowning and carrying on, there is, and I might get some negative, pushback on this, but it's time to be objective, okay? I'm all about objective accountability. But in the hood, you got to walk through like this. You got to walk through like that. Because the stench of spiritual death plagues our community. Okay? The stench of spiritual death plagues our community. Now, we don't, whether you believe or not, whatever book you read or don't read, there is a stench of spiritual death in the hood. And what's happening is, I think when we try to, okay, I'm trying to be careful when I say this, but I'm gonna just say it. Everything is not salvageable. And that's the problem with black folks. We've been trying to save everyone, but everyone is not salvageable, either ever or not at this particular moment, okay? And what follows that is this. The madness that we're seeing and hearing about day in and day out, weekend after weekend, the focus is trying to save that. Right? Now, you get the story, well, hey, there's a kid who came from the hood, and he or she got straight A's, and they managed to go to Harvard and got $2 billion in scholarships. That's the stories that come out. That one story here and there. But here's the problem. There are many of those stories that can come to fruition, but the problem is the focus isn't in the right place. So when you're focusing on that nonsense, when you're focusing on those who are not salvageable period, or salvageable at the moment, okay? The ones who are ready, they're put on a back burner. They're put on a back burner because we're busy begging them, stop, put the guns down, stop, stop doing this, stop gang banging. The focus is on that. But if we can focus on the ones who really want to make a change for themselves, their families, and society, we'll be in a much better position. It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Okay? We gotta save the ones that can be saved. Okay? Like, I can't remember exactly what book and verse, but Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Okay? We have to accept the fact that there are segments in our community who are spiritually dead. And we neglect the ones who are ready to receive the energy that's needed for them to get out of the hood and to do better and to become productive citizens in the community, in society, and in the world. We're neglecting them. Okay? And some of us watching this may not like what I have to say, and I understand that. You have the right to your opinion. You have the right to disagree. That's fine. But it's time to start saving the ones that could be saved. All right? I don't want to be talking in circles, but that's the point of this video. Start saving the ones who can be saved. Right? Those who need the most help, get the most help. And those who you try to help, who don't want the help, I can't help you. I can't help you. Okay? Because your behavior makes it unsafe for my boys. Makes it unsafe for my family. A lot of people don't understand that. Okay? We can blame things like, unemployment and education and mental health. We have that in our community, and I understand that. But this madness and carnage and utter disrespect for themselves and others, that's not mental health. That's not mental health. That's something far beyond my comprehension at the moment. Things are going on in the community, in the hood, unheard of amongst our people. Unheard of. And it's going unchecked. It's going unchecked. So that's all I had to say. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Love somebody, but more importantly, love yourself. All right? If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And that's what's happening. If you don't love yourself, that's a spiritual death that's slowly killing you.